Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Create Black. My name is Bulelo Mnyeni, and thank you so much for joining me today. So, there are 3 reasons why most Black people cannot swim. And this is rather an uncomfortable conversation, and it's a conversation that most of us really don't want to talk about because it is heavy. It is really, really heavy. But today, I'm going to talk about it. So, the first reason why a majority of us cannot swim is because we are aware of how powerful and mystical water can be. And if you are a person who's not Black, you might think that it's a myth, but I assure you that a majority of us think it's real. So, a lot of us are also heavily into African spirituality, and in African spirituality, um, there are a lot of rituals and a lot of blessings associated with water. And some people have gifts and they have not accepted their gifts. So what then happens is that because they have not done any form of water initiations, they become extremely fearful of places such as rivers, lakes, and of course the sea. And because they are so fearful of those spaces due to the fact that they have a debt that they haven't addressed, um, they end up not wanting to be close to those places. And this ends up being a fear of swimming. And another reason that most of us cannot swim is because of colonization. Yeah, yep. Colonization. And let me explain why. So, with colonization, a lot of Black people were enslaved, and some of whom were taken in ships and they never returned. So they were forcefully removed from their native lands, forcefully removed from everything they knew, and brutally abused in the process. And this ended up being a fear, like a real intense fear of being, in the water, because water holds memory. Water kind of reminds us of what has happened. And this became an internalized fear because a lot of people were also told not to go to those places where they would easily be captured and enslaved and taken away from everything they know. So this also created this fear of swimming. And another thing is that if you are aware of the Group Areas Act, is that a lot of Black people were also forced into certain spaces, certain places where they were not the nicest places, and we were also crammed together, like the townships. So all the nice places where they were closer to perhaps swimming pools and things like that were never allocated to Black people. So what then that created is the inability to swim, because where are you gonna swim? In the township? Where? There's no space for you to swim. There's no swimming pool, you know that. So what's gonna happen? You'll end up not being able to swim. And The third reason is the lack of resources. Because we were moved into those spaces, what then happens is that the spaces we are in don't have the resources. I mean, a majority of township schools don't even have the bare minimals. So now, how are you going to have the luxury of a swimming pool when you don't have the basics, you know? So the lack of resources has also made a lot of us unable to swim. And yeah, those are like the three main reasons that I can think of right now that has made a lot of us unable to swim. Anyways, let me know what you think, and up until next time, don't forget to be a grounding flavor. Thank you. Love you.